Whoa! Hello, vinyl community, and anyone else watching this. I'm back. It's been a while. Sorry. I never mean it to be a while. I always want to make a video like every day, but we're 2 weeks in a row of 6-day shifts, including the Easter holiday. That was great. I just haven't found the time, and when I do have time, there's been so much else I've needed to do. Anyway, enough excuses. I am back, and this is going to be a recent finds video. Hope everybody out there is doing well. I have a few new subs, so thank you for that. And got lots of interesting things going on. I don't know how much of it I want to go into on this video. I've had a couple conversations with me and Mr. Mayo that are interesting, and I need to show a couple of things in a video for him, but I actually can't find them. I'll get to it though, Joe. Other things going on with my podcast. Changes are going to be made there. I don't know if I want to talk about that here first or if I should wait and do it on my podcast. I don't know. But anyway, so I'm going to skip all that for now. Just hope everybody out there is doing well. Thank everybody for watching. And last weekend, God, it's been a week already, there was a record show. And I finally got to go to a record show. It's been such a long time. Haven't been to a record store in a long time. Doesn't mean I haven't been getting stuff, but through the United States Postal Service mostly. So I did go to a record show. I only bought from 2 vendors. What I'm finding now is with younger people and just the vinyl boom going on that prices are going up, even on just standard stuff. Just going up beyond the point where I don't care to spend, you know, $10 for just an album that, you know, back in the day I could get for 3 or 4 used. You know, they're going a bit too high for me. But I found one vendor I always shop from, and then one other vendor that was at least reasonably priced. Everybody else, I'm not that interested in spending that kind of money for things that I don't think should cost that kind of money. Anyway, so I only bought from 2 vendors, and but before I get there, I did get a packet of VCLT from the wonderful DJ Trish. She sent me 2 45s, a nice letter, some stickers, the usual Trish thing. She sent me John Cougar Mellencamp's ROCK in the USA, which I do not have, and Under the Boardwalk is also on the B-side, which is an unreleased B-side. And oddly, today, Tommy Burton on his Daily Records did the Scarecrow album. So there you go, just a coincidence there. But I never was in love with the ROCK in the USA song. It's okay, but his version of Under the Boardwalk is actually pretty good. So I got that, and also, I have no idea what this is, but it looks really cool. Achy Blossoms and Touch People. And Conduits and In Dreama. I don't know what this is. I'm assuming it's the bands of the Conduits and In Dreama and Repogram and Misery Train are the songs. It's a double band single, I'm guessing. It is on some really cool purple marbled vinyl, and it's an interesting thing I have not had a chance to listen to yet, but very cool. And I like this kind of stuff. I like indie singles and all of that kind of stuff. So thank you so much, Trish. And she sent me a little note that I won't let you read, but I'll show you that she sent me a little note. And If you don't know who DJ Trish is, she sent along a picture, which I will keep with the 45 along with the note. So there's Trish right there. So thank you so much, Trish. And Trish, of course, is Trish Mullins, and you can find her channel on YouTube very, very easily. So, I promised Trish a long time ago that I would do in one of my sets of 45s. I do 45 times 5 on my podcast. It's just 5 45s in a row. That I would do hers, and I will. I have not forgotten, but I cannot find a couple of the 45s you sent me. But I am going to end that segment. So yours may be the last one, Trish, but that's coming, just so you know. I have not forgotten that promise. Okay, so thank you for that, Trish. And also, a long time ago, I was talking about Tommy Burton's channel. He did a show on a book that Barnes & Noble's had that a lot of us in the vinyl community always wanted, and it wound up in the remainder bins for about 13 bucks. And I meant to show this a long time ago in case anybody wants to pick it up. Mine still has a few copies, but I've had this at least a month, maybe longer than that. But it's the Dust and Grooves book. And it's just the stories of record collectors. I don't know if that's all of them, but there's a lot of them there. And it's just people's record collections. And I mean, it's open to a random page, and it doesn't get better than that, really. It's just a great book. It's heavy, it's thick, great pictures. Just a very cool book. And for like 13 bucks, you can, it was 50 when it came out, which is why, there you go, there's the old time record guy. Just a great book, and very, very, I'm trying to find another, just one more. Well, there's an interesting picture. So just a cool book, and if you're interested, Barnes & Noble's may still have it, and about 13 bucks. I think it weighs about 10 pounds at least. Great book. It's by Ilian Paz, and it's mostly interviews, I believe, with record collectors. Right up the vinyl community's alley. Alright, to the record show. Again, I only bought from 2 vendors. I go straight for one guy usually. But I don't buy from them right away. I look through his stuff and then I go back. Just in case somebody else has something better. I'm a guy that doesn't buy right away unless it's a really good deal. I'll go search everything out, and to be honest, I usually lose a couple of albums along the way that I would have liked that are gone by the time I get back. But that's a good thing because I spend too much anyway. So, anyway, I had to pick this up. This was about 10 bucks. It looks like ringware, but it's just in the shrink wrap. This is Elephant's Memory on Apple Records, and this is still sealed. So, actually it's not. I thought it was still sealed. It's not still sealed. I'm confusing it with another album I didn't buy, but it's mint, and I do not have this. So it is a slight bit of ringware. I was thinking of another album I got somewhere along the way. But anyway, do not have the Elephant's Memory. Of course, they played on John Lennon's Sometime New York City album and on the One-to-One concerts, which became John Lennon Live in New York City. Elephant on the back. Elephant's Memory on Apple, an album I did not have. Did not have this either, I don't think. I'm hoping I don't. Mitch Ryder's Detroit album. This is the one where he does Lou Reed's Rock and Roll, which I like his version of rock and roll. I like any version of rock and roll, to be honest. So, Mitch Ryder, minus the Detroit wheels, just Detroit, on Paramount Records. I saw 3 copies of this at this record show, which is amazing because it's not that, you don't see it that often, but it's the Susie and the Red Stripes promo 12-inch 45. Seaside Woman, A and B side is Seaside Woman. And I said you don't see it that often, and I saw 3 copies, and this was the nicest condition and the cheapest as well. So finally got that in my collection. I think it's the only Beatles related thing I have in this video. If this guy specializes in like garage and new records like that, and he's reasonable on his new records, and I always try to pick out something that I've never seen before, something that looks interesting. So this time it was the Talisman style by the Talisman, and I have no idea. Gotta be garage band, 60s garage, I'm assuming. Although they could be modern, but I don't believe that they are. If they're modern, they're faking it really well. And you can tell by the track list just what kind of band they're going to be. So, haven't heard it yet. Picked it up. New record. Talisman. And last but not least, from that vendor, this is a 2-record set. And it's modern music, modern artists, tribute to Blondie. How many bands does it take to screw up a Blondie tribute? That's what it's called. And I do know a couple bands on here, including High School Sweethearts are on here. The Chubbies is on here too. I know the Chubbies. Usually things like this, it's mostly bands you never heard of. But a lot of times they do an excellent job. This is new too, sealed, and it wasn't expensive, and I went ahead and grabbed it. An interesting sort of punky Blondie tribute. That's what I got from that vendor. Not as much as I usually do, but what can I say? Maybe I've got it all, you know. So then I went to the last guy I went to. I wasn't even going to look at his stuff, but I started plowing through it, and his prices were the best I'd seen at the whole record show. And he was telling an interesting story about this guy that came really early, assuming it was a young guy, and spent well over $500 in his stall. And he spent it all on just typical stuff. What? Just regular, you know, everyday albums that you see all the time. And he was lamenting the fact that if he'd have known, you know, he'd have brought doubles and triples. He's like, I got 10 copies of each of these things that he bought. And he could have made a lot more money if he'd have known that this guy was going to do this. And he wasn't actually happy about the fact that this guy bought all of this standard stuff. It was kind of weird. The guy was grumpy and grouchy, but he was funny at the same time. Anyway, and I just found the guy interesting. Anyway, the first thing I saw that made me look through his records more was Phil Lynott and Solo in Soho, the first, maybe only, Phil Lynott solo album. I used to have this on CD. I don't know if I still do. I've never had it on vinyl. It's a promo copy, but not a white label promo, I don't believe. It's on Warner Brothers. Maybe a second press. I don't know if it came out on that label or not originally, but you just don't see this. If you don't know who Phil Lynott is, he's the lead singer for Thin Lizzy, and he died not that much after this. And this is an interesting album. Great song called Talkin' 79, which is just a really cool track. The whole album's interesting. It's got more of a punky vibe than Thin Lizzy ever had. And I've actually been looking for this for a while. And so this made me look through the guy's stuff. He had interesting stuff. He had 3 Smithereens 12 inches, UK. I bought them all. This one is A Girl Like You, Someone in Love, and Cut Flowers. And of course, great Pat Denizio from Enigma was in this band. He passed late last year, actually. Pat right there. And this one is House We Used to Live In. Ruler of My Heart, House We Used to Live In live. which is cool. Probably the same label. Yeah, same label. UK. And these were like very reasonably priced, like $4 or something. 5 at the most. Blood and Roses. Along with Mr. Eliminator, which is an instrumental, and Beauty and Sadness. Same label. You don't need to see it 3 times. So 3 Smithereens UK presses. Very cool. And he had interesting comps. These are UK as well. I Love You, Rock Machine. And here's the artists. Just interesting comps. Blood, Sweat and Tears, Laura Nyro, Mike Bloomfield, The Byrds, all Columbia stuff. Electric Flag, Simon and Garfunkel, Grace Slick and the Great Society, Leonard Cohen, Taj Mahal, Big Brother and the Holding Company. And he had 2 different ones of these albums. There's the UK CBS label. And all his stuff was in really nice shape. Turns out he works part-time at the Bop Shop in Rochester. So I think I'd seen him before. Actually, I didn't recognize him. This one has Bob Dylan on it, Moby Grape, United States of America, Zombies, Peanut Butter Conspiracy, Electric Flag again, Taj Mahal again. Bunch of artist list. Just, they're cool. And they weren't, again, like $5 or $6, something like that. Reasonably priced, unlike, you know, same CBS label. So, interesting comps. I like comps. Son, The Roots of Rock, Volume 1. And this has mostly blues artists on it. Jerry Lee Lewis is on here, but so is Howlin' Wolf. And Roscoe Gordon and Junior Parker's version of Mystery Train is on here, which I do not have, which is why I bought this. And this was put out by Charlie in the UK as well. There's the famous Charlie Records label. You just don't see this, and it was in nice shape. I haven't seen one of these in a few years, so I grabbed it. Neil Diamond's Brother Love's Traveling Salvation Show. For some reason, this is a Neil Diamond album you just don't see. And his stuff on Bang and Uni is all pretty good. And there's the Uni label. It is a Unipack, so I've got the record just stuck inside. I do not like Unipacks. There you go, Brother Love's Traveling Salvation Show by Neil Diamond. Late 80s albums I always grab when I can because you just don't see that many of them. Crowded House, Temple of Low-Men, their second LP. Do not have this. I have the single from it. There's the title of the LP. See, it can go either way, this cover. See, it's tricky that way, you see. And this is the one with Better Be Home Soon on it. And Neil Finn, congratulations Neil Finn. If you don't know, this is the guy now, one of the 2 replacing Lindsey Buckingham in Fleetwood Mac. There's Neil right there. And this is on Capitol Records, custom label. There's that side of the label. And it does have a custom inner sleeve as well. There's Neil right there. Got lyrics on the back. And like I said, did not have this on LP, so very happy to grab that. These were mostly all around $6. 5 to 6. So the guy was reasonable. This, he says, is in BG condition, but it looks at least that good to me. But I do not own this album at all, and it's the Beach Boys All Summer Long, and it's a German copy. And I just thought that that was cool for $5. Even if it's in BG, it doesn't look bad to me. And it's old, so it will probably, it's got a nice original German inner sleeve. And I love these import Capitol labels. They're just so cool. There you go. The Beach Boys in stereo all summer long. German copy. So had to grab that again. Considering I don't even own a copy of this record. So very happy to have that. And I've mentioned him before. There's a guy called Giggins out there who loves the Beach Boys, reviews records, does a great job reviewing records. And he reviewed this one not that long ago, the Beach Boys Spirit of America, and I always blew it off. But he said it's actually a really good record. It might be better than their hits comp that I can never remember the name of. It's mostly leftover stuff, I think. That they didn't put on that, and it works as an album, he says. So again, this was like $5 or something like that, and same guy did the artwork as on the other album, whose name I can't think of, and Dick Clark on the inside. Here's the track listing, and should just be the standard orange Capitol label, I'm assuming, and it is. So, very cool. Endless Summer is the album I'm thinking of. Beach Boys, Spirit of America. Just a couple more here. History of British Rock. I always pick these things up. This one's Volume 3 on Sire Records. This one has some interesting stuff on it, including Badfinger, which I've never seen Badfinger, I don't think, on one of these before. It's got Day After Day on it, which is just, Apple usually didn't give their stuff up. So it's very interesting. Layla's on here. Yeah, Day After Day by Badfinger. Chris Farlow's Out of Time. Usual Stuff, Searchers. Well, you can read it if you'd like. So, very cool. The Sire label again. 2-record set. They're always 2-record sets. And they usually do a good job on these. Again, like $5 or $6. And last but not least, have this on CD. Till Things Are Brighter, a tribute to Johnny Cash. Never knew this came out on vinyl, actually. And Johnny Cash with a couple of the people responsible for making this album. It's got people like Peter Shelley on it. Trying to think, the Mekons are on here. Mark Allman, Michelle Shock, that's the one I remember. Don't know most of the people on it. Didn't love the CD from what I can remember, but seeing it on vinyl, again, these late 80s, and I think this might be UK press, but these late 80s or early 90s albums, I always pick them up on vinyl. When I see them, especially when I see them cheap. Yeah, this came out February of '88. Well, it is American. Things Are Getting Brighter. If you didn't see that, I don't know if you can. But Things Are Getting Brighter, Johnny Cash. And that's it for my record store finds. Got my Abbey Road shirt on today. So thank you all for watching. I hope everybody's well, all that kind of stuff. Check out my podcast, snapcracklepop.podomatic.com. It is changing a bit. I'll talk about that in one of these videos. I'm just maybe not ready to do it yet. Check that out. Hope everybody is doing well. And thanks for watching. And I'm going to do as many videos as I can today. And then onward, we'll see. I've got a whole bunch to do. So thanks for watching. And until I see you again, bye.